Bonjour everyone, I am your humble French tarot reader Marine, and today we're going to be talking about career. We're going to be talking about work, and we're going to be pulling tarot and oracle cards around what's coming next in your career. This is going to be a timeless tarot reading, meaning it does not matter when you're clicking on this video, there should be a message there for you. And the aim of this reading is to look at your current career energy. We'll look at upcoming opportunity in terms of your career, the potential challenges or obstacles that may arise in your career, and we'll look at the key strengths and resources to help you navigate career growth, and we will finish by looking at what is the outcome in the near future for your career, for any work related situation. I've been feeling really cool to do a career reading on my channel for ages, and today I woke up and I was like, you know what, Marine, today is the day, let's do this. So for today's reading, as you can see, you have 3 different choices to pick from. You are invited to intuitively pick the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. In the description box, you're going to find timestamps that can take you straight to your reading. You will also find down there all the names of the decks I'm using today, my other social media links, other videos of mine you may want to check out, as well as my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share with you my passion for the cards. For today, I have decided to use little crystal animals because why not? So for my pile number 1, you can choose, thanks to this adorable little elephant, which looks like this. For my pile number 2, we have this little frog or rabbit. To be honest, I still don't really know what this is. It's a frogget, half frog, half rabbit. So this is what you can choose from for my pile number 2. For my pile number 3, I have an owl. If more than one pile is calling out to you, you're very welcome to watch more than one. And as per usual, I invite you to keep what resonates and leave the rest. Remember that the future is not set in stone. Tarot is only a map. It can help us point towards different directions, but at the end of the day, we remain the captains of our own ship. So for those of you who need a bit more time to choose the pile for you, you're welcome to pause the video. You can take some deep breaths, relax your shoulders, and clench your jaws, and come back to the waves of your soul. And without further ado, let's get into your reading. What's coming next in your career? Let's go. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the elephant, then this is going to be the reading for you. The deck associated for my pile number 1 is actually the Tarotbot. It's a robot deck which is really cool and which always reads like a dream for things related to the material world, things related to work, career, finances, anything like that. So I'm super excited to be using this deck for you guys. Before we pull some tarot cards though, I want to start with some oracle cards, and that's gonna help us have a look at what is your current career energy. So let's have a look first for my pile number 1. Your current career energy. What is going on in your career for my pile number 1? What's the vibe? What's the energy of your career, of your work life at this moment in time for my pile number 1? We have the key, we have herb, we have time, and we have umbrella. Okay. What I'm picking up on first for my pile number 1 is my pile number 1 might be currently waiting for answers. You're waiting for a green light. You're waiting for something to come back. So maybe some of you are currently applying for jobs and you're waiting for someone to give you that answer, that yes. We have the idea of time and key, meaning that some of you have been patient, you've been working, you've been like having to patiently wait for something to come back, either some answers around a job application, either some answers around, potentially for some of you it's some like a green light at work. You're applying for a program, you're applying for a promotion, you're applying for a specific project, you're applying for time off, whatever it may be. Some of you are at this moment in time waiting for someone to give you that key, waiting for someone to give you that answer, whether it's an answer you're waiting from someone, whether it's a green light, whether it's a paper form, whether it's an email, something like that. But I feel like currently my pile number one in career, work, time, you guys are waiting on someone else's to give you that key. It's out of your hands. You've done the work, you've done what needed to be done, you've applied for jobs, or you applied for the course, or you applied for time off, or you applied for the promotion or the project, whatever it may be, the certification, but you're waiting for someone to give you that key. And I feel like for my pile number one right now, it's out of your hands, so you're being encouraged to being patient. We also have herb and umbrella. My pile number one right now could also be at a time where you are saving a lot of money. You are wanting to save for a rainy day, and you're in the process of figuring out how you can make more money or save more money or restructure your spending habits and your finances, because you really want to be secure and you want to be able to metaphorically put some bills under your mattress, right? I feel like my pile number one goal right now in career, in work, in finances really is to be able to save some cash and to have something to rely on, whether would something happen, right? If you were to have an emergency, whatever it may be, you really guys are working hard right now or trying to figure out ways where you can put some cash aside. With the umbrella, there's this idea of wanting to protect your finances, wanting to protect yourself for a rainy day. And with herb, we really have this idea of like harvesting, gathering. So I see you guys harvesting in the sense of like trying to save money or trying to find ways where right now you can cut down your finances so you can save more money. Some of you might be looking for second jobs, even though you already have one. You might be looking for a side hustle. You might be looking for trying to like sell stuff you have at home, trying to find little ways to make extra cash. Some of you might be looking to pick up extra shifts at work. Some of you might be trying to cut down on spending, like, cutting down Netflix, whatever subscriptions you guys have, so you can put that cash aside. I really feel like right now the energy from my pile number one is, one, something is out of your hands right now, whether it's a job application or, like I said, someone at work needs to give you the green light for you to be able to go ahead with a project or a course or application for something, promotion, whatever it may be. You're having to wait for someone else to give the go ahead in some form or another, or you're waiting for paperwork or something like that, a loan, something like that. And there's also a big focus on saving money for a rainy day, cutting down expenses so that you can put cash aside. Maybe some of you have a specific project in mind you want to spend that money on, but the vibe I'm picking up for most of my pile number one is really wanting to have money to fall back on in case of something happening, right? With this umbrella, we have the idea of protection, of wanting to feel safe and protected. And so that would give, having that extra cash saved up in the bank or in your piggy bank, right? It would make my pile number one feel more safe and comfortable. So that's what I'm picking up on for you guys in terms of energy currently. We're gonna have a look first at what upcoming opportunity is coming in your career, in your work life, my pile number one. Upcoming opportunity for my pile number one. 3 of Wands, okay. What are the upcoming opportunities coming in the career realm for my pile number one, please? 7 of Coins, yep. And Queen of Coins, okay. See, it's super interesting. I told you guys from the beginning, I have a feeling that you guys are waiting for something, like you're waiting for a go-ahead, you're waiting for applications to come back, you're waiting for an answer from someone, you're waiting for a phone call, you're waiting for a paperwork, an application. Maybe even for some of you, it's a visa, so you can move to your new place and start your new job. I don't know. With this 7 of Coins and 3 of Wands, we again have the idea that upcoming opportunities are going to come in the form of new exciting projects coming from my pile number one, and answers that are coming after you guys have had to be patient. So your patience is going to be rewarded for my pile number one, truly. With the 7 of Coins, we have the idea that finally you're going to be able to pick the fruit, you're going to be able to harvest your hard work. So one of the opportunities, one of the upcoming opportunities for my pile number one relies in this key you're being given, whatever you guys were waiting on, you're finally getting that metaphorical key to open doors. And that allows you, with the 3 of Wands, to look ahead and start planning your future. So upcoming opportunities for my pile number one could come in the fact that once you're given that key, that paperwork, that go ahead, whatever it is, that phone call, that email, that someone bringing you back, someone giving you that loan, whatever it may be, that application, you're able to make plans long term. There's an idea of your future opening up. Maybe some of you were living very like months to months, or not being able to look forward very much in your work life. Your work life might have been very like set up around a short time frame. Like maybe some of you guys were picking up shifts that were only a few weeks long or a couple of months long, and you haven't been able recently to plan ahead because of, I don't know, maybe the kind of job you're in. If you're freelancing, you're only getting like a few weeks of work at once. Maybe because of the kind of job you're in, the industry you're in, maybe it's always like short jobs and then you constantly have to be looking. Whatever it may be, there's a sense of upcoming opportunity. Finally, my pile number one is going to be able to look further ahead, make plans for a few years to come, look at the next 2 years, next 3 years, next 5 years even, I'm hearing. So that's also exciting if you've had to live paycheck to paycheck, if you've been feeling a little bit like you've not had stability. There could be a sense of getting that key, finally getting an answer, getting that go ahead, that green light, and you're able to start planning long term. I would not be surprised if I have some people who were part-time who are going to go full-time, or if I have people who were freelancing or working for themselves who are going to go back into a more kind of stable, secure kind of job, in the sense of potentially wanting to stop freelancing and starting to apply for like more kind of secure kind of jobs, if you know what I mean. I would not be surprised if I have people who leave freelancing and go into something more stable. And overall, I really see my pile number one being able to make plans for the next few years and leaving a sense of chaos and a little bit of unpredictability towards something more stable and more long term. Okay, when we were talking about career, or when we were talking about work or finances, when we see the Queen or King of Wands, we are happy, you guys, because she oftentimes can indicate success and abundance and feeling like we are secure, we are stable, we have saved money, we feel abundant, we feel like we've succeeded. So for those of you, again, who wanted to put some money on the side, who are trying to save up, you're going to manage, you're going to make a nice little cushion for yourself here of cash. I really see that those of you who are trying to save are going to succeed, and that's going to make you feel really more comfortable and secure. Those of you who are applying for a job at this moment in time, I also see this as being a sign of success, right? Because the Queen of Wands coming as opportunity, again, she indicates feeling resourceful, feeling abundant, feeling secure, feeling comfortable. So it's a big yes and a big green light in terms of looking for jobs, applying for jobs, saving money, applying for potentially promotions, things like that. If you're trying to look for, like I was saying, making extra cash, that's a big yes. If you're trying to launch your side hustle, that's a big yes. So that's all of the opportunities I'm seeing for my pile number one. Really great so far. So let's continue. What is the potential challenges or obstacles that may arise for my pile number one? Challenges and obstacles for you guys in sense of career. 7 of Cups, okay. And 4 of Cups, okay. Exciting things happening in the sense of you're being given a key, you're able to look long term, you're able to finally get the answers you were waiting for, you're able to save the money you wanted, or apply and get the green light for the jobs you wanted. All of that in terms of finances, material success, it's really good. Now, challenges and obstacles, we're talking about emotional well-being now, which can be a part of work life and career life, right? Work life and career life is not just about making money, or not just about what we do in the material world. We have to spend a lot of time with our colleagues. We have to spend a lot of our life at work or in our career. So it's going to affect our emotional well-being as well, right? So this is what we're talking about now in terms of challenges and potential obstacles. For my pile number one, the potential obstacles could come in the fact of, one, for some of you, if you're applying for jobs right now, yes, I really see you getting the jobs. Or if you're applying for promotion or a course, I really see you getting that and that being a success and you making more money, feeling more secure. But it could be, for some of you, a little bit boring, okay? With the 7 of Cups and 4 of Cups, it could just feel not very exciting. And so in the sense of, it's great, you're saving money, you're making cash, you are managed in terms of material success, there's a really big yes here. Now, in terms of emotion and how you feel, my pile number one could be feeling a little bit bored with a new job, or maybe just it's not the most exciting thing, or if they're applying for a promotion, they get to the promotion, they get to the new project, and they realize, yeah, it's okay, I'm making cash, but it's not the most exciting thing I'm doing. I'm clocking in, I'm doing it, but I'm feeling a little bit like, I'm here, I'm making money, but it's not the most exciting thing I've done in my lifetime. So this is where it's interesting to do these kinds of readings, because you're ahead of time being warned to, okay, maybe this new project, this new job, or this expansion, or this side hustle, whatever is going to be, is sometimes going to make you feel a little bit bored and a little bit apathetic, and you're going to feel a little bit like, okay, I'm clocking in, but it's not the most exciting thing ever. So now it's going to be your job to figure out other ways in your other areas of your life to bring more joy, bring more excitement, so that you can compensate this feeling of boredom and trying to bring excitement to your life. Because I think my pile number 1 is really focused right now on making cash or finding security and finding something that makes you feel comfortable, secure, abundant, and safe, right? We really had the idea with the umbrella of wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel secure, wanting to have a sense of security in their life, which is great. And so potentially for my pile number 1, it makes sense in the sense that your guys' priority is saving money or making money or feeling secure, feeling abundant, finding a sense of stability in your life, and not for necessarily doing a job that you feel passionate about, living from your passion, living from your creativity, doing something that excites you to clock in every day. I don't get that vibe from my pile number 1. I see my pile number 1 wanting to prioritize practicality right now over passion, right? Which is completely fair, but obviously in the sense of challenge, that could lead to some of you feeling a little bit bored. And so in that sense, you need to find ways to infuse more excitement and joy in your life so that you can make the most of this feeling of this Queen of Coins and find joy and laughter and excitement in other areas, not necessarily work, okay? I see my pile number 1 wanting to be practical rather than wanting to pursue passion jobs that maybe pay less but that you're happy to do. No, for my pile number 1, it's more I'd rather make money, and then even if it's something I don't love doing, it doesn't matter because I can do things I like doing in my free time, at the weekend, whatever. I'd rather have money to rely back on so that I feel comfortable, secure, and safe. Okay, we're gonna move on. So what are the key strengths and resources to help you navigate your career at this moment in time? What are your key strengths and resources that you can count on? The resources, the strengths you have at this moment in time to help you. The Hierophant. Okay, you guys know what you're doing. Okay, you guys need to realize you know what you're doing. If you're applying for a promotion, you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you absolutely can apply for that promotion because you have everything you need. You have the experience. If you guys are applying for jobs, know that you have the experience, you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the goods, okay? You have the goods to back up your dreams. If you guys are looking for side hustle, whatever it may be, again, you have the skills, you have the knowledge. So in terms of key strengths and resources, I want my pile number 1 to know that you guys have what it takes, you have the resources, you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the expertise, so you can be confident in your ability to get stuff done and to do what needs to be done. That is your biggest strength and resource right now, is the fact that you can rely on what you know, you can rely on your experience, you can rely on your knowledge, you can rely on your skills, you can rely on your experience, all of those things. You've got the goods, my pile number 1, okay? So feel confident in that. Feel confident in what you bring to the table. You have a lot to bring to the table, so you need to be confident in that, okay? In your abilities, in your knowledge, all of that. Okay, let's have a look now at what is the outcome in the near future for your career. What's going to happen next? What is the outcome for my pile number 1? Let's see. We had the jumper, 6 of coins. Okay, so finally, right, with literally money falling from the sky. So if you've been waiting for answers about job application, it's coming in. And it's a yes. If you've been waiting for and you applied for a course or a promotion at work or a new position, it's a yes. If you've been trying to set up a side hustle or a new business, anything like that, it's a yes. This is very positive. It's a big yes for my pile number 1. Whatever you've been wanting to apply for or expand in, there's money coming in. It's a success and you're being paid back for your hard work, okay? And I'm hearing that for my pile number one, even though right now it feels like it's falling from the sky, it's actually something you guys have been very patient about. Remember, you had the time, and that you've been working on for a long time. So your efforts are being rewarded. Finally, for my pile number one, you're being rewarded for your efforts. That is the outcome for the career world. It's a big yes, you're being rewarded. There's money coming in, there's security coming in, an answer, a loan, whatever it may be. It's a yes, okay? We love that. Okay, let's pull one last card. Little message from your guides. What do you need to know about your career at this moment in time? My pile number one. Look, divinely guided, trust the wisdom of the universe, and remain open to receive guidance as your journey through life's mystery. For me, again, my pile number one, this is a big yes, whatever you guys are doing, whether you're applying for jobs, applying for a course, whether you're thinking about changing department, changing career, whether you're thinking about launching a side hustle, whether you're thinking about expanding at work, applying for a promotion, whatever it may be. Again, this is a big yes, very promising for my pile number one. My pile number one is going to hear some good news in the career world. And it's something you guys have been working on for a while. It's not something that's coming out of nowhere, because you guys have been working hard, I'm hearing. So my pile number one, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. Overall, like I said, very good news. I think you're hearing finally some go ahead. You're being given a key. There's opportunities to save some cash or to find stability and security in the work and career realm. Potentially not something you feel super passionate and excited about, but something that can bring abundance and financial security. And I do feel like my pile number one wants to prioritize that at this moment. So there's definitely good news coming in, and opportunities and rewards of your hard work feels very encouraging. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment. I invite you to subscribe if you're not yet part of our lovely community, as I post pick a card readings, monthly guidance on lots of different subjects, and I would love to have you join. Until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number two, if you chose this little frog or rabbit, again, every time I ask people what they see, literally half people see frogs and half people see a rabbit. So let me know in the comments, what do you see? Do you see a frog or do you see a rabbit? For me, I see both, so I've called this one Frogget. This is Frogget, our friend. But if you chose Frogget, or if you chose this particular deck, this is going to be the reading for you. This is actually called the Millennial Tarot. It's a very modern deck, very rooted in millennial culture, very rooted in our day-to-day life. So that's going to be the deck for you guys. Before we start pulling your tarot cards though, we're going to be starting with oracle cards to give us a little bit of an idea as to what is your current career energy. So what is the energy, the vibe of your career, of your work life at this moment in time? My pile number two, let's see. Arrow, okay, awesome. Time, okay, again, we had that in pile number one. Blood, okay. Yeah, I see where this is going. And scarab, okay. Yeah, my pile number two is my pile of people who are at this moment in time wanting to reach the stars. You have a dream, you have a vision, and it's something you guys are super passionate about, okay? With the blood, it's something that is intrinsic in you, that feels like it's part of you, and it's something where you want to shoot for the stars, where you have a dream, you have a vision for yourself that relates to your career, and it's something you guys are super passionate about, okay? So these is my pile of people who have a passion and they want to turn it into a career, who are creatives and they want to make money out of their creativity, who have a vision for themselves. And it's a kind of job where it's not just about making money or about having a sense of security, but it's truly something that makes you feel alive, right? My pile number two, regardless of whether you're looking for a job or whether you have a career already like installed or anything like that. It's something related to your passion. You are so passionate about what you do. I definitely could have creatives here. I could have people who have built their own business or who want to launch their own business or who want to launch their passion project and make money out of that. I could have people who want to sell their art, who want to write books, who want to start their own podcast and YouTube channel, who want to start selling their wares, who want to start their own business because they're passionate about it, who want to launch their courses, personal services, right? I don't know, like people who are personal trainers, for example, because you guys are passionate about physical health and sports. There's really here, I see two kind of people. I see self-entrepreneurs, people who create their own businesses, and I see creatives, people who have a passion, who are creatives and who want to make money out of that passion. So that's the energy of my pile number 2. We have blood for me. So because arrow and blood, it's like arrow, you want to reach for the stars, you want to see big, you want to go for it. Blood, it's something you're passionate about. It's in your blood. Whatever it is, your career, it's related to what makes you feel alive. It's a passion. It's like you wake up in the morning and you're happy to go to work, or if you want to set your business, it would make you happy to do that business because it's something that you feel you're meant to do. It's your mission in life. You feel excited about it. You know that's what you're meant to do in life. And with the scarab, especially, the scarab is a talisman of protection. It's also a sign of being divinely guided, of your guides, of your ancestors, whatever you guys believe in, protecting you, being there with you. So it's for my pile number 2, your work or career. Again, whether you're already in it or whether you are looking to go in it. And I do feel like for, I would say 70% of my pile number 2, you're at the moment in time launching something. I would not be surprised if you guys are launching your business or launching your passion project, or at the moment about to start your creative project to make money or something like that, or about to launch your course or about to launch your services, something like that. But for 30%, you guys are already doing that, I'm feeling. And it's, again, you're protected, you're guided. It's almost part of your life mission. So your jobs could have big impact on other people's life. Like I said, I could have artists, creatives. You know, I was giving the example of like coaches, people who are teaching something. Maybe you're healers and you are sharing your gift with the world. There's something around being able to have an impact on other people, have a positive impact on the world with what you want to do to make money. My pile number 2, your job is not just about making money, it's about having an impact on other people, on other people's life, having a positive impact on the world around you, okay? I really feel that. So again, I'd love to know in the comments if that resonates, the kind of jobs you guys do, or the kind of business you run, or the kind of career you're looking into, all of that, because I really feel like for my pile number 2, there's something that could have a positive impact to other people. It's not just about making money, again, it's about something that you feel passionate about, right? So this is why I was picking up also some artists and creatives in here. I could have dancers, I could have writers, I could have all of that as well in my pile number 2, I see. We're going to continue and we're going to have a look at what are upcoming opportunity for my pile number 2. What are the upcoming opportunities, upcoming blessings, good news, and all of that in your career, in your work life for my pile number 2. Let's see. Upcoming opportunity for my pile number 2. 6 of Swords, which they've called Girl Strip. We have the Fool. And we have the Knight of Swords, which they've called Protest Organizer. Okay, yeah. I told you we have the Fool. I told you 70% I'm feeling of my pile number 2 is about to launch something. You're about to ask for your book to get published. You're about to start your business. You're about to start your podcast or your YouTube channel. You're about to sell your services. You're about to start your side hustle. You're about to apply for jobs that are related to your passion. Like some of you are doing a change. You are realizing, I don't want to work in this area anymore because it doesn't make me happy. I want to do this kind of job because that's where I feel like I could have the biggest impact. So in terms of opportunities, a fresh start for my pile number 2, truly a fresh start, new chapter. You guys are on the threshold of a whole new chapter in your career, whether you're starting your own business, starting your own passion project to make money, or veering and doing a certain kind of like pivoting in your career and going towards a completely new area. I really feel like for my pile number 2, the vibe is change. You're on the threshold of a fresh start, a new start, something you've been praying for that relates again to your passion, something that you are excited about. Opportunities, we have 6 of Swords or 6 of Swords and a Knight of Swords or Knight of Swords. There are opportunities for networking here. My pile number 2, you're about to meet the right network, the right community, the right mentors, the right colleagues, whatever it may be. I see you networking. I see you connecting with people. Anyone who is thinking about getting into a job that relates to social media, that relates to networks, to communities at large, to communication, really big yes, okay? Anything where you can communicate to other people, if you have emails to send, phone calls to make, if you have to apply for stuff. I'm going to go back to the example of those of you who are wanting to get your book published and you have to send it to different publishers, right? That means communication and stuff like that. You're trying to find the right editor, the right copywriter, whatever it may be. This is a big yes. You're finding the right people, you're finding the right mentor, you're finding the right network, you're finding the right colleagues, you're finding the right graphic designer, you're finding the right assistant, intern, whatever it may be. You guys are going to be surrounded by the right people, okay? So that's awesome. You're going to find your community as well. Again, for those of you who are wanting to get into social media, things like that, the right people are going to find you. So that's great in terms of anyone who's wanting to work with the public. There's community there, opportunity to be seen by other people in terms of opportunities and stuff like that. I see you in the center stage. I see you connecting, networking, communicating. Really, really big emphasis on communication and on connection for my pile number 2, okay? I see you guys being very vocal as well. For my pile number 2, being very vocal, being in the spotlight. Maybe some of you are doing public speaking or doing a course, being in front of a camera or something like that. Or you have to, I don't know, speak to other people, do public speaking in some form or another. Maybe you're teaching others something. You're in the limelight, my pile number 2, and you're getting your flowers. Some of you are getting awards, I'm hearing. Maybe you've been applying for awards, or you're getting awards for something that you've previously done in your career. Again, I'm going to go back to the example of the book, but let's say you guys have published your book, then you're getting your flowers, you're getting rewards, you're getting some rewards for your book, you're getting some accolades, things like that. I'm seeing some of you getting accolades from fellow experts in your fields. Some of you are definitely are being seen, are being in the light, are being recognized, are being congratulated and rewarded and supported and celebrated for their work. Okay, so for my pile number 2, in terms of opportunities, I see a fresh start. I see connection, communication, networking, meeting the right people. And the last thing, I see you being seen, getting awards, getting recognized, getting your flowers in some form or another. Okay, awesome. Let's continue. What are the potential challenges or obstacles that may arise for my pile number 2? Potential challenges or obstacles that may arise for my pile number 2. Let's have a look. Okay, we have we have the High Priestess. In this deck, they've called her the Festival Goer. And we have the King of Swag or King of Pentacles. And in this deck, they've called him the Sugar Daddy. Challenges or obstacles for my pile number 2. It's interesting. The first thing I'm hearing is there's going to be a potential struggle for my pile number 2 around comparing your success to other people, because I see you being very much in touch with other people, communicating with other people, networking, being in communication with others. Maybe you are getting in touch with other people in your fields. Maybe you're being seen more, you're more in the light, things like that. You're also going to see and being put in places where other people have succeeded, and where that, instead of inspiring you, could, for some of you, trigger some insecurities. So that's going to be something you guys have to pay attention to and work on. Don't let other people's success or other people's achievements make you feel less than or inferior, or your own success are not good enough, right? With the King of Pentacles, there's an idea of, I see this person has succeeded, they have everything I want, but because it's a challenge, in this case, it's being pulled as an obstacle, it's almost like you guys are intimidated by that instead of being inspired by that. And that's the universe being like, no, don't look at this person who has everything you want in the career world. Maybe you guys have an idol or someone you look up to, a mentor, and you look at them and you're like, wow, I wish I was as good as them. I wish I could succeed like them. I wish I had the success they had. I wish I could have done this like they've done, etc., etc. That should be fuel for inspiration, not for beating yourself up about it, not for feeling inferior, not for putting yourself as lower than, okay? So pay attention to that. Don't compare your success to someone else's. If you see someone in your field who has succeeded, it should be fuel for your own fire. It should not be used as a way to be like, oh, well, I'm never going to succeed like them, or I'm not as good as them. No, okay? So pay attention to that. The way you compare your success to other people, specifically people who are already further ahead than you in your field, that's something you need to pay attention to. We also have the High Priestess. Challenges or obstacles. This is interesting. It's not going to speak to everyone, but those of you who, because again, I see you being networking, I see you getting in touch with other people, being more in the light. Somehow, my pile number 2, you're more visible, you're more seen, right? Whether it's in your industry, in your community, in your career, in your company, whatever it is, you're more seen. You're in the light. Suddenly there's a spotlight flashing on you. That could make some of you feel, again, a little bit intimidated, especially if you're not used to that, if you're used to doing your own thing, if you're used to working on your own, you're not used to working with other people, or you're not used to being in the light. Some of you are going to have to work on feeling more comfortable with being seen, with being perceived by other people, by the world, by other communities, by your other peers in your industry. If, again, I have the example of, I'm going to keep that example all along because it's easy to understand. Those of you who are writing your book and you want to get it published, you probably love writing and you probably love creating stories, but maybe some of you don't love the idea of doing interviews and of answering comments from your fans on social media, and maybe you really freak out at the idea of people reading your book on Goodreads because you're afraid of bad reviews on Amazon and Goodreads, and yet you know it's part of the process of publishing a book, right? As soon as you pour your art or your creation out into the world, some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, and you need to prepare yourself for that, for the idea of your work being seen, being judged, being potentially appreciated or not. But some of you, there's this work that needs to be done around creating a thick skin, right? So you don't take potentially positive reviews or negative reviews personally, and so you get comfortable being seen, being perceived by other people, okay? So that's also one of the potential challenge to pay attention to for my pile number 2. Being more comfortable being seen, or your work being seen, or your efforts being seen, all of that. Okay, let's continue. What are some of the key strengths and resources to help navigate your career growth and your work life at this moment in time? What are your key strengths and resources that you can count on at this moment in time? We had a jumper. What do we have? King of Vibes, Big D energy. This deck cracks me up, you guys. This is the King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands in terms of key resources. Again, I told you from the beginning, my pile number 2, your main vibe is that whatever you guys are thinking of doing or in the process of doing in the work or career realm, it's something you guys are passionate about. It's something that you wake up in the morning and you're like, this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I'm meant to be doing. It's my passion. It's my mission. It's my purpose. I wake up and I know I'm meant for this, right? My number 2 is not the kind of people who just want a job that is, gonna pay the bill and that they don't like. No, you guys would rather do something you love, that you're super passionate about. That is really, I feel like, the big strength of my pile number 2. Your passion, your creativity, your spirit, your inner fire, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel fierce, what makes you feel passionate, what would you want to do when you wake up in the morning. This, it's my pile of creatives, of passionate people who have a vision, people who have a gift, people who have ideals and dreams. This is my pile. So what are some of your strengths and resources? Your passion, your creativity, super important, your leadership, the idea of, again, being in the spotlight, taking center stage, not hiding behind other people, being a leader, potentially starting your own business and being a boss, right? Being like truly big boss energy. This is all the strengths of my pile number 2, okay? With the King of Wands, we also have the strengths of my pile number 2 could be really good at having multiple talent, in the sense of some of you wanting to launch your YouTube channel. I'm going to give this example. Well, you're going to be filming the videos, creating the videos, you're going to be editing them, and then you're going to go on social media, you're going to promote them, and you're going to do all of that. And that means you are juggling with lots of different hats, but you're the boss. You're the one in control. You're editing, creating, filming, you are doing the communication, whatever, but you're always the one doing it all. You're wearing all the hats, you're doing everything, you're controlling everything, and so you're wearing multiple hats, but it's always you being the one in charge. So I really feel like my pile number 2 is quite independent as well in the career or work life, or at least that's what you're aiming for, to be more in control and to be more in charge, more of a leader position. Those kind of leading position or being your own boss would be things that really suit my pile number 2 for sure. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up by looking at what is gonna be the outcome. So what's coming next? What is the outcome in the near future for your career? We have 9 of vibes and we have page of vibes. Okay, on edge and house DJ. Yeah, with the 9 of vibes, because a lot of it for my pile number 2 is related to something you guys are passionate about. It's close to your heart. So what that means is that obviously, because it's something you care about, something you're so passionate about, that means that there could be some fears there. Fear of being seen, fear of failing, fear of success. I'm going to go back to the example of the book because, again, it's easy. Let's say some of you are writing your own book. It can be scary to put it out there and to face potentially, again, reviews, seeing people on Goodreads giving you a bad review. Some of you could be afraid of that, afraid of judgment, afraid of people's perception of their work. It's the idea of when you have something you're so passionate about and that is so close to your heart and you release it into the world, that comes with fear. So some of you are going to have to work on that and face your fears. And I'm hearing action cures fear. So if you are scared of being judged or scared of being seen or scared of failing or whatever it may be, the best way to get over that is to just do the thing anyway, right? So action cures fear from my pile number 2. We also have page of vibes, house DJ, trust in your talent, trust in your vision, trust in your passion. This, whatever you guys are thinking of doing, starting your own business, launching your passion project, creating your side hustle, pivoting in work to go towards a career that you're more passionate about, trust your vision, trust your inspiration, trust your ideas, trust your passion. That is the biggest advice I can give my pile number 2, because you guys are being led by this passion, this wildfire that you carry in your heart, and it will not lead you astray, okay? So let's wrap things up with a little message from your guides. Let's see what we have for my pile number 2. Last little message of advice for my pile number 2. We have hidden keys, put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. Okay, for me, this goes back to the idea of some of you potentially needing to network, connect with other people. As I see other people bringing you the keys, you don't have to do things alone. My pile number 2, don't hesitate to ask for help. Don't hesitate to get in touch with other people. Don't hesitate to, get in touch. Network, connect. Let's see what else for my pile number 2. Last message from your guides. We have ride the current, embrace change, flow with the rhythm, and release resistance, answers unfolds in the dance of transition. Look, you guys, I've told you, this is a new chapter for my pile number 2. You're on the verge of a fresh start. You had the full fresh start, new chapter. Things are going to move forward. It's exciting. Ride the current, embrace change, flow with the rhythm, and release resistance. I love that. Okay, so that's all I'm seeing for you guys for my pile number 2. I hope this reading resonated and I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe. Those are all free ways to support my work. I want to thank you so much for being here, and until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this adorable little owl, Or if you chose this deck, which is actually called the Baroque Tarot, it's a beautiful classical art kind of deck, and it always reads really well, especially for like career, finances, work related subjects. So I'm excited to read with this one for you guys. Before we start pulling some tarot cards, we're going to start by looking at your current career energy. What are the vibes? What are the energy related to your career, to your work life? And we're going to be pulling some oracle cards to do that. So let's see for my pile number 3. Career energy at this moment in time. We have the chalice, okay. We have the dagger, okay. We have the cat, and we have the mushroom. Okay, for my pile number 3, okay, it's interesting. For some of you, I'm picking up that some of my pile number 3 might have just lost their jobs or came to the end of a contract, and it's something you guys were really enjoying with this chalice here. Either you're finishing your contract, it's reaching the end, and now you're wondering what you're going to be doing. For some of you, you were in stable employment, and because of the industry you were in or the company you were working with, faced some difficulties and they had to let some people go, or there were some circumstances again around like reducing staff or something like that. But some of you, and so I'm hearing that some of you have just come out of employment, out of something that you really enjoyed, and so now you're wondering what to do. For the other part of my pile number 3, you are currently in jobs that you are not necessarily enjoying so much, and you are feeling very like heavy about it, and it's dragging you down. And again, there's a sentiment of what am I going to do next? Overall, the energy of my pile number 3 is that you're standing at a crossroad, okay, between something you used to enjoy or something you would like versus a sudden end, a certain cut of something. So I sense my pile number 3 at a crossroad of wondering what's next for me, whether you are trying to find a job and you don't really know where to go, whether you're in employment but you don't really love it anymore, you want to move forward because it's no longer vibing with you or resonating with you. There's really a sense of my pile number 3 finding themselves at a crossroads and feeling a little bit confused as to what the next step is. Some of you are wondering what's the next step? What should I be doing? With the cat and the mushroom, we have a sense of protection with the cat, of good luck. So I want you to know that this time of confusion is not going to last forever, because there's a sense of being divinely protected here, of being like supported from the other side of the veil by your guides, your ancestors, spirit, God, the universe, whatever you guys believe in. There is a sense of being protected here, and of this particular confusing time or time of feeling a little bit lost. This will not last forever, okay? So it's the first thing I'm hearing for you guys with the mushroom. Okay, it's super random, but hear me out. Some of you are needing to trust your metaphorical nose. You know, when you're going, for those of you who've been foraging mushroom, you have to look around and you have to pay attention to your surroundings, but you also have to kind of let yourself be guided and kind of intuitively let yourself follow the trails and look and search and all of that until you can find the treasure, the mushroom. For my pile number 3, that's the advice. There's a sense that some of you have an idea, an intuitive idea, a lead intuitively about where your metaphorical next foraging treasure could be, where your next step could be, where your next abundance could be, where your next phase could be. You have a hint intuitively, you have an idea, but you don't necessarily quite dare to follow it. And maybe that's why you're confused, because you don't know if it's the right step. Like, you have an idea or you have an inkling as to what you should be doing or what you want to be doing. But some of you are not trusting yourself, or you are doubting yourself, or you are facing some opposition from the people around you who are like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure it's a good idea? So you are doubting yourself, and it's putting some fears in your mind around actually going for this idea. I really feel like for my pile number 3, there is a sense of feeling a little bit, potentially, yeah, like I was saying, lost at a crossroad, wondering what the next step could be. But a lot of you have an inkling, you have an idea that you want to do. It's just that maybe either people around you are not truly supportive, or maybe your own inner saboteur, your own inner critic is like, I don't know if you're able to do that. I don't know if it's a good idea. Maybe you're too old. Maybe you've not done the right studies. Some things you guys are telling yourself that are making you afraid of fully committing, and yet there's definitely a sense of being protected here, of being guided here. So we're gonna explore, because actually my pile number 3 is the most mysterious, I would say. My other 2 pile, it was quite straightforward what was the tea, so I need to explore. Let's put a couple of cards continuing in this career energy for my pile number 3. We have the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Coins. Yeah, so I really feel like for some of you have just lost employment, or you've lost a contract, or your employment is finishing, or you're at your work, there's changes happening, and it's not great. Let's be real, it doesn't feel great, right? With the 5 of Cups, there's a sense of loss or of grief, and of things not really going in the way we want, right? And yet, with the 6 of Coins, there's opportunity for things to turn around. Again, we have the cat. I told you, you're protected, you're guided. We have the 6 of Coins, meaning things are gonna turn around. If you've lost money, you're gonna gain money again. If you've lost a job, there's potential to gain a new one. If you are feeling a little bit confused and want to pivot, there's potential to find the right place and position and career for you. So don't despair, my pile number 3. We're going to explore, but yeah, okay, I understand a little bit more what's going on. Okay, let's have a look at upcoming opportunities for my pile number 3. What are the upcoming opportunities for you guys in career, in work life? Upcoming opportunities. Strengths, okay. And the Empress. Wow, you guys, double majors. Yeah, please do not worry, okay? Things are going to turn around for my pile number 3. If right now things are difficult, you've lost employment, or you've had some bad news in terms of finances, work, anything like that, things feel very confusing and chaotic, and you feel a little bit lost, and you're like, what the heck is going on? I feel like, you're in the storm. Please know that things are going to get a lot better very soon. We have the Empress. The Empress represents abundance. She represents comfort, security, stability. So if you guys are currently looking for a job, that's a big sign that you're going to find employment again. If you are thinking of pivoting and changing job, this is a big yes that you're going to be able to do that. If you're thinking of going back to school, you have this inkling, like, this is what, should I be going back to school? You have this intention. This is a big yes. That inkling you guys have, that little voice inside you that says, I should be doing that. I feel like this is what I should be doing. This is a big yes. She's encouraging you to follow that lead, right? She's encouraging you to follow that inner voice that could lead you to more abundance, more stability, and a sense of comfort, okay? With strengths in terms of upcoming opportunity, my pile number 3 is going to realize you're a lot stronger than you realize, but you also have a lot more talent and resources and abilities than you think you do. Some of you are going to surprise yourself. You're going to apply for a job thinking, I don't know if I'm going to get it because it feels a little bit above my pay grade, or I feel like I don't have the experience needed. But you know what? I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to apply. They say they want someone with this degree. I don't have it, but I have the experience, for example, so I'm going to apply. Or they want someone with 5 years experience. I don't have 5 years experience, but I feel like I could still do the job because I have experience in other fields and I have other talents, so I'm just gonna send my CV and see what happens. Those kind of vibes. Then and that would lead to success. Again, being bold, being daring, being a little bit audacious will pay off for my pile number 3. You're encouraged to dare, right? To dare to send your CV, even when you feel like it's not necessarily, you don't fit the qualifications or requirements, but you're like, you know what, I know I could do a great job at this, even though I don't have the right degree or I don't have the whole experience or whatever it may be. I know in myself I would ace this job, you send your CV and you get it. You know, some of you, it's about contacting that person, daring to send that email, daring to pick up the phone and call that company or call that bank or call that particular person, that mentor, whatever, that university, whatever, and being like daring. Really here, I'm seeing for, in terms of opportunity, for my pile number 3, the universe will reward your audacity, okay? Be daring, be brave, be bold, okay? Dare to dream big, my pile number 3, okay? Don't put limitations on yourself, as well as we really see a turnaround in terms of more financial security, more abundance, more comfort in the finances. So again, if you guys currently are applying for a job or you're just lost a job and you're thinking, what am I going to do? Things are going to turn around. You're going to find a way. You're going to get an application. You're going to get a green light. You're going to get an opportunity. You're going to be given a second chance. You're going to be, some of you even, I see you starting your own businesses and that being a success. Again, being bold, being brave, being daring. Those are all big yeses from the universe, okay? My pile number 3, you're invited to truly dare, okay? Don't put glass roof ceilings over your head. You're meant to expand. Let's see. We're going to continue with looking at what are some potential challenges or obstacles that may arise for my pile number 3. Okay. Potential challenges or obstacles that may arise for you guys. 7 of Cups. Yeah. Confusion. I told you from the beginning we have this idea of confusion. Some of you are feeling a little bit lost, which, you know what, is completely human, especially if you're facing some difficult times at work, or if you've just lost a job, or if your company right now, you're working in a job but it feels very like, you know, chaotic because you're not sure if your job is secure or not. There's confusion around with the 7 of Cups. When it comes, there's often this idea that we need to keep a cool head and we need to keep our feet grounded because there could be chaos around us. So that's one of the challenge my pile number 3 could be facing, as well as 6 of Wands. So yeah, with the 7 of Cups, if there's confusion around you, let's say you're in a job right now, you guys are working in a company, but this company, there's like some people have been terminated. The company, you keep, like they keep telling you, oh, we need to let go of people. Oh no, actually it's okay. No, maybe next month we have to cut some jobs again. And so you're constantly feeling like you're on uneven, you know, quicksand. You don't have your 2 feet on the ground. You feel very like unable to feel grounded because this company you work for, the industry is very volatile, yeah, and chaotic. That could be one of the challenges. In that case, you're invited to try and do everything you can to keep grounded, keep a cool head, find the anchor within to stabilize you and ground you so that you don't get caught up in the chaos that's surrounding you, okay? With the 6 of Wands, in terms of challenges or obstacles, 6 of Wands often represents success, right? But when it comes at a challenge, it can come in potentially the idea of overlooking little wins. So if right now some of you are I'm going to take the example, like some of you have lost a job and you're looking for a job, don't hesitate to hype yourself up for all the little wins you do, especially if at the beginning you're not getting answers and you are struggling to find another job. Do not belittle yourself for all the little steps you're taking, all the little wins. Okay, maybe you applied for this job and you didn't get it, but still, you made your CV, you went through the process, you looked for that job, you gave your best, and that still matters, okay? And through celebrating yourself, hyping yourself up, being your own best friend, you're gonna generate the kind of attitude, energy, vibe, aura that is attracting abundance, that's attracting success. That means that the next time you apply, you have the confidence and you have the kind of aura that says, yeah, I can do this, I'm capable, I'm successful, I'm abundant, all of that. So it's about here, the challenge could be in the form of hyping yourself up, my pile number 3, being your own cheerleader, being your own best friend, and not belittling yourself, but on the contrary, celebrating every step, every win, every success, no matter how small. It matters because it's pushing you towards this abundance, resilience, and strength that you guys have, okay? Okay, I love that for my pile number 3. Okay, what are some of the key strengths and resources that you guys have to help you navigate this career growth or this work life at this moment in time? What are some of your key strengths and resources that you can count on at this moment in time? What are some of the key strengths and resources that you guys can count on at this moment in time? Three of Swords. Yeah. You would think the Three of Swords would not be a strength, right? Because oftentimes the Three of Swords comes as a card that doesn't have the most positive kind of connotation, but when it comes in the sense of strength, your strength and one of your resources is around not letting past disappointment affect you. So I'm going to go back to the example of, let's say some of you have lost your employment or your contract has finished and now you're wondering, what am I going to do? You're going to manage to turn that around and to not let that disappointment affect you for too long. You're not going to let yourself fall into a negative mindset. You're going to get back on that horse and you're going to decide to not let this experience affect you. My pile number 3 really good at brushing yourself off and start again. I feel like my pile number 3, you're really good at that. You take some time to feel the emotions you need to, and then you're like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to dust myself. I'm going to stand up again and I'm going to try again. And I'm not going to let my past disappointment affect my present and my future. So that's one of your strengths, my pile number 3, is your resilience, your ability to get back on the metaphorical horse, your ability to reinvent yourself, your ability to try again and to not stay defeated. Okay, you're super resilient, and that is truly one of your strengths, my pile number 3. I love that. Let's see what else. Yeah, look, we have the King of Wands and the Eight of Swords. In terms of strengths, you guys don't let yourself get stuck in mental blockages. You don't let yourself get stuck in negative thinking. You don't let yourself get stuck in negative stories. You don't stay down very long. My pile number 3. I really feel that. Yeah, maybe sometimes you face disappointments. Yeah, or like all of us, right? You go through something difficult. Of course, it's gonna take a little bit of time to accept and just feel the feelings. But my pile number 3 does not stay down for long. You are very good at pushing yourself, at being like, you know what, doesn't matter, I'm gonna try again. If I didn't get that job, does not matter, I'm gonna try for another one. If I faced some kind of rejection, does not matter, I'm gonna try again. That's one of your strengths, my pile number 3, really your resilience and your ability to dust yourself off and to reinvent yourself and to push against challenges, against obstacles. Don't lose sight of that, because that is very precious and very rare, okay? So cherish that, your ability to stand up again, to not stay down very long. One of your biggest strengths, my pile number 3, and that is what is going to allow you to find abundance again, find success. Because again, remember I told you, this is not going to last, this feeling of confusion or whatever it may be, or of sadness or of heaviness. Things are turning around, right? So a lot of that is coming from you, from your own ability to stand up again, push yourself, and not let any kind of disappointment or hurt stop you from pushing forward. Okay, so what is the outcome in the near future for your career? The outcome for my pile number 3. What's gonna be the outcome of this situation? Whoop, we have 9 of Cups. Exactly, things are gonna turn around. And 10 of Wands. See, for me, 10 of Wands indicates the end of a heaviness, the end of potentially a time where you feel like you've had to carry a lot on your shoulder. You're reaching a culminating point, and finally things are feeling a lot more joyful, a lot more vibrant, a lot more happy. So my pile number 3, take heart that this moment, this difficult time in your career, whatever it is you're facing, is coming to an end. You're reaching almost the end of this long hike. You've been carrying a lot on your shoulders. You're reaching the end of it. Very soon you're going to be able to put down all that heaviness you've been carrying, all that burden. You're going to be able to breathe. And on the other end of that, there's a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Some of you finding a position or a job that is a lot more in tune with what they like to do. Some of you finding ways to work with your current situation and find compromise where you are a lot happier at work. Maybe your colleagues are changing, maybe your schedule is changing, maybe your projects are changing, and that's bringing a lot of happiness. There's a sense of more happiness for my pile number 3 coming in the realm of work. So let's wrap it up and have a look at one last message from your guides for my pile number 3 around work, around career. What do you need to do? What do you need to know? Let's see. Look, rough road. Prepare carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. I don't think that's a surprise. We've talked about it. I know my pile number 3. Right now, the road is rough. We know that. You guys are there. This is not a surprise. You know, things have been difficult, but we have on the mend. Be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. This is going back to the 6 of Wands idea. You have the opportunity to celebrate yourself, to be your own best friend, to support yourself, to cherish yourself. Yeah, things right now are not necessarily easy, but I see you coming out of it for sure. And with this on demand, you are encouraged to, while things are potentially chaotic or heavy, you're encouraged to take care of yourself. You're encouraged to being kind to yourself. You're encouraged to being your own best friend, for sure. And look, we have magic opportunity. Embrace the unexpected. Seize the chance for transformation. This will change, okay? This will end. This heaviness, there's gonna be opportunities coming from my pile number 3. You're protected, you're guided. There's gonna be some good news coming. There's gonna be unexpected green light. You guys are really, and with magic opportunity, I see you really, it's an encouragement to follow your intuition. My pile number 3, I don't know, you'll have to let me know in the comments, but some of you have an inkling that there is something you should do, whether it's applying for this specific company, even if it feels like it's a big dream. Again, remember your advice with the strength was be daring, be audacious. That's where opportunities come. It's through you daring to dream big, daring to be bold, daring to have the audacity to see big and to push yourself outside your comfort zone. And that's where opportunities come, and this opportunity is magic, okay? So I want my pile number 3 to take heart, knowing that the heaviness will not last, and that if you guys dream big, there could be huge successes there, okay? So I hope this reading resonated. I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Thank you so much for your presence, and until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!